So get ready 3 seconds. It will be non-stop passage. Start. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, as a basic human need, shelter comes next only to food and clothing. Even the early men discovered caves to seek shelter against the vagaries of nature. Today, with rising population, many of the developing countries have to cope with and suffer malnutrition, disease, illiteracy, and hunger. Yet, it is the housing problem which seems to be the most intractable one. About one fourth of the world's population is either houseless or lives in abysmally poor and unhealthy environment. In India, sir, according to the 1981 census, 2 lakh urban households and another 4 lakh rural households have been without shelter. Taking into account the overcrowding and the awful congestion and the need to replace the kacha houses and repair the degraded and dilapidated ones, the actual housing deficit is to the tune of 60 lakh in urban areas and 190 lakhs in rural areas. This deficit of housing is expected to rise to 40 millions by the year 2000 AD. Sir, 20 to 25% of the urban population in India lives in slums which lack or are totally without basic services. Another 20% of the urban population consists of households that are slum dwellers and live in single room units. Sir, this is the housing scenario in our country at the moment. Passes. In the early years of our planning with the weak economy that was inherited at the time of independence, housing was not on the top of national agenda. The first priority obviously was to provide food for the people. A massive national program and endeavor has resulted in self sufficiency in food, and we can be legitimately proud of our industrial progress also. In the sphere of communications and health services, we have made major strides, and the government has also intervened to ensure that clothing is provided reasonably to people in the country. With a fair amount of success in the other spheres, the attention now has obviously to turn to housing and, of course, to education. In the last decade, quite a few schemes were promoted for encouraging housing activity. Conscious that housing is a crucial activity not only for providing vitally important shelter but also for improving the quality of life besides contributing. Stop over.